back on another exciting episode of Starfleet Boy. This is my first solo live stream. I've never been alone on my channel except for in a pre-recorded video, so I'm very nervous. Thank you for joining us. We already have a few folks here, so welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got Trek Cat. Hello. We've got our good friend Earl Grey Trekkie. This should be fun. Music can be so melodic and moving. It's true. Um, Steve Johnson's here. Hello, hello. Good evening. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. We're gonna go over the instructions. There's already 6 of you guys here on how to do this, but it's pretty simple. Just get however you're gonna listen to Star Trek Discovery season 1 soundtrack. Get it queued up and ready to go, and you can listen to it out loud, or you can listen to it on headphones, like I'm doing. I'm doing it like this so that CBS doesn't give me some kind of copyright, strike or whatever. Otherwise, I'd love to just have it playing. And I'll try not to talk too much, but I would love to hear what you're thinking as we're listening to the music. It's very open-ended and very experimental, so we're going to probably build this experience together as we go along. So thanks for coming here. And hello, Shishan Girl. And also, hello, Paul. Hi, I hope your knee's feeling better. I haven't had a chance to check in with you, but I really enjoyed your story about goats. So that was very, very cool. All right, let's get started. All right, database boy, bring up the screen here. Let's see. Oh, look at this. How fancy. So I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be kind of popping in every now and then like this, but I'll have this on the screen so you can kind of see where we're at and when we're gonna get press play. So if everyone who's here in the audience will give me a I'm ready to go, or just a few of you, I'll hit play and we'll get started with the listening party. So let's see. By the way, there is a delay, so sometimes I might look like I'm just waiting here. What do you guys think of this picture, by the way? I found it online. It's very I think appropriate for this because they're dancing. Although I don't know if we'll be dancing to the music here. For those of you listening in the rebroadcast, you'll be able to press play when I say go, and we'll just listen continuously, and you can see and hear the commentary along with the soundtrack afterwards. So, all right, audience, are you guys ready? Do you have everything queued up? Is the soundtrack on YouTube? Where would you suggest we listen? I'm listening on iTunes, but I know it's widely available. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on, I think, Spotify. I don't know if it's available on YouTube. It might be. You can follow along, Shishan Girl, with the tracks and kind of find them and sync up. We'll try to pause every few tracks just to give people a chance to catch up and talk and stuff like that. So let's see how this goes. Let me know, again, audience, when you're ready to begin. For the replay audience, I'll have a link skipping to when we hit play so that you can listen without having to hear all this synchronizing talk. Let's see here. Finally got it off my memory stick. Woohoo! Yay! All right, Ian's ready to go. Robbie, are you ready to go too? Paul and Steve and Shishan Girl, let me know. Check in here. By the way, thanks for joining me. It's nice doing these experimental streams. Have you? Excellent. Steve's ready. Question for you guys. Have you ever done this before? I tried to look for another kind of live or even just a pre-recorded listening party on YouTube, and I couldn't find one. And I think someone told me that you can have a better experience doing this with chat on Discord, so I'm going to check that out as well. All right, Shishan Girl's ready. Paul's ready. Uruguay Trekkie. All right, everyone looks like they're ready to go. So this is so I don't know why I'm nervous about this. Here we go. On the count of 3, everyone hit play on the very first track, which is called, let's see here, I have it on the very, a little delay, which is called Main Title Aired Version. All right. So on the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Ding! It's happening. We're actually listening to this synchronized. Trek Cat popping my cherry on this. Very nice. I'm glad to help with that. I love these horns. Bum 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 bum. It's actually quite a beautiful theme. And then I guess their cellos come in here. Bum, 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 bum. What do you guys think of the Star Trek Discovery main title theme compared to the other Star Trek show themes? Where would you rank it? What's your favorite? Steve says, my cherry is also being popped. Good grief. So many cherries. I actually like strawberries too. It is a good soundtrack. Oh, this is cool. You guys can kind of see live where we are. We're about to go to the next track. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Bum, bum. I love that. Sorry, I sing out of tune. So for those of you who have perfect pitch, that must be excruciating. Let's see here. Now we're going to We Come in Peace, a short track, only 1 minute and 12 seconds. Do you guys all remember when Takuma first appeared? Oh my gosh, yay! Thank you. I like my dress uniform a lot. This reminds me of Bear McCreary, for those of you who listen to Battlestar Galactica's, the music from Battlestar Galactica. This kind of reminds me of those kind of like mystical sort of pieces. DS9 is such a beautiful opening theme. Hey Ruben, thanks for the well wishes. Nice. It's one of my favorite TV themes, says Trek Cat Cat Cat. Hello, Conti. Dunt. All right, so that was good track. Next, what's next? Oh, it's showing my history here. I have to change this to playing next. There we go. First officer's log. By the way, this log takes place on May 11, in that future time, which is my birthday. So I was very chuffed, and I like this little doo 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 doo. By the way, if you guys want to check out another cool channel, go check out Thomas's channel, which is I had it up here. What is it, Thomas? Oh my gosh, what have I done? I've lost you. Where's your where's your handle? Oh, but Steve said hello to you, so we can just do that. Here we go. So it's T Games and Star Stuff. I didn't want to mess it up, even though I knew it. Hey, Braxton. Thanks for being here. We didn't even talk about this track. I don't know how this listening party is going. What do you... I'm just talking to you guys, which is fine. This is also an Ask Me Anything. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. You can ask me any question you want. This is the time. I'll answer any question. Oh, yeah. It is interesting. I like that they brought it back. I'll Go. I don't remember what this track was behind during the actual episode. Do you guys remember what this part was? Although it's very dark and moody. It's 7 minutes long, this track. More than that, a little closer to 8. By the way, the full running time of this score is about 53 minutes, so this won't be too long of a stream. I wanted to do Star Trek Picard, but I wanted to experiment with Star Trek Discovery to see what you guys think. Uh, I'm curious. Ooh, this is nice. This little da 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 ba ba. What is that? Like a space bossa nova beat? I'm not too good with musical forms and knowing my musical theory, but I did pay attention a little in music class. Oh, it is her spacewalk. Thanks, Steve. That's right. It's all coming back to me now. Dun, 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 dun. That spacewalk was really cool. The whole that whole first episode of Star Trek Discovery was really quite lovely. I can't believe we lost Captain Giorgio uh, after the first 2 episodes. It was really heartbreaking because I really love that character. Thank you, Steve. Oh, I have my banners wrong. There we go. For those of you who are wondering. It's true. Percussion is always good. Earl Grey Trek says, I really enjoyed the character interactions and Western aesthetic in Discovery Season 3, Episode 2. Yes, I loved it too. It's very cool. Ooh, this music's getting really exciting. I like how this is like building up. It's very nice. I haven't heard the soundtrack in a bit in order, so it's kind of nice to listen to it in order. Steve says, I'd say the Vulcan Hello is one of the better pilots in Trek. Yeah, it was really impressive. Again, just I disagreed with losing Captain Giorgio, and I also thought that ooh, this is so exciting. This music, dun, dun, dun. Um, yeah, I also just thought that the look wasn't quite what I wanted it to be, but I've come to love everything about Discovery, or at least settle with those things. Toddy's here. Trek on the Tube. What's what? Hey, are you listening? We're on I'll Go at around 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Um, this is so intense. I feel like you could add this to like an exercise playlist, and it'd be a fun like from the beginning. You could warm up a little bit, and then this is the treadmill part. It's a nice little tra- change there. I think Voyager Thomas says T Games and Star Stuff says DS9 is still my favorite main theme, followed by Disco and Voyager. I love the Voyager theme. It's really, really, really quite beautiful. Oh, I didn't really know your full feelings on Discovery, Trek Hat Cat. Good to know. So you're not even into season 3. Oh, season 1. Yeah. Yeah, I think overall it was a tough Star Trek pill to swallow for me as well. Working on a TOS video while waiting for baby on the tube to wake up. Aw, it's nice to hear about what you're doing. Hey, you should well, you can't probably listen and work on your video at the same time, but you should probably queue up. Jace is here. Hey, Jace. Nice to see you. Sync up, Jace. I've got it on the screen. We're at 8 minutes and 12 seconds. This is a nice, sad kind of part. It's raining outside, so it's quite fitting, actually. Hmm. Oh, this is nice. I think they've used this quite a bit throughout the series. This little. Na, na. There's elements of Jerry Goldsmith and Jeff Russo's composition. Oh, something bad just happened. I don't remember what happens in this part. I almost. Wow. There's like that little digital chorus back there. Well, it's really neat to listen to this without remembering exactly what the visual context was. It stands up. I could see myself just enjoying listening to an album like this. But I do love classical and concert music. Let's see here. Ian Voyager theme is one of the best. It truly is. Well, I'm having I'm having trouble not listening to the music. That's funny. Good to note. Lots of dead air for people who are not listening to the soundtrack. So if you're just tuning in and you're like, "Why is this guy talking?" and "Why is it so quiet?" A lot of the times, ooh, it's a nice little whoosh thing happened there. Why is it so quiet most of the time? It's because we're listening to Star Trek Discovery season 1 soundtrack. So queue up with us. We're about to go to the next track, which is called "The Day Is Saved." And you can see the time stamp on the screen here. So hopefully that makes it easy to queue up. I actually like season 1 more than 2 hides, though I love Pike. Spock number 1, the Enterprise. That's cool. I haven't met a lot of people with that same opinion of Star Trek Discovery, but I definitely respected Steve. There are a lot of great elements to season 1. I mean, we do get that whole reveal with the mirror universe. The tardigrade story is really wonderful. Yeah, actually, season 1's pretty good. So I'm not saying you. I don't think you need to hide. You can wear your opinion proudly, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, it's raining where you are too. It's like really gray outside. I wish I could turn the camera and show you guys. It's actually quite nice because we have like something like 360 days of sun in South Florida. I don't know if it's that many days, but we have a lot of sunlight here. I think season 3 is so far in its beard growth. Hopefully, it doesn't decide to shave. Nice. I am gonna shave. I can never grow a beard for too long. Jace. Soundtrack is my classical music. I agree. We should compare. Oh, by the way, thanks for. I know. I'll just say without like implicating you too much that thank you for sending along that soundtrack. It's. I can't wait to like really sit down and listen to it in a focused manner. I really appreciate that. Murray Gold is amazing. I would love to see him do Star Trek. It would be interesting to see Murray Gold's take on Star Trek. I have like every just about everything Murray Gold has composed. I have it on playlists. This is such a nice piece here. This little na da da. Do you guys think the Discovery theme overall is just like kind of sad? I wonder if we're gonna get like a more upbeat tempo version of it in season 3, and get it to sound a little less Less melancholic. Boom. Another little. Yeah, I guess you have to build that into soundtracks, right? Like those transitional moments. Love both season 1 and 2, both very different. Lots of great stuff about Discovery in the chats. Ah, the Torchbearer. This is a good track. This is such a good track. I'll try to whisper. I really like the Mirror Universe story. The Klingon were made sense when you think of it. I hated the Klingon ships though. Yeah, I kind of still don't like the Klingon ships. Oh, I don't have it with me, but I bought the Discovery. It's very lovely. I am in Florida, in Miami, Starbase Miami. Where are you? Na, 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 na. I do like this Klingon theme. Um, I'm glad that Jeff Russo decided to depart from the Jerry Goldsmith standard and introduce a new one. And it's very fitting. It has like that medieval drama, which the Discovery Klingons kind of have. This is great. Listen to this. Wow. Ba, da, 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 da. I will avenge you. Wrong movie. Takuma is such a cult leader, wasn't he? Torchbearer. So just to check in for everyone, we are now on a track titled PTSD. For some folks, like Trek on the Tube, season 1 of Star Trek Discovery gave him PTSD. Just kidding, Sean. I was just checking to see if you're still in the audience listening. Agreed. There's a jazzy version of the theme song. I'm not remembering. Oh, like I think it's coming up. I think it is Persistence. Yeah, maybe we'll see. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember them, so I'm excited to get to them. This track's pretty cool. It's good incidental music. Jay says none of my friends will watch anything with me. They hate Star Trek and Doctor Who. Maybe I need new friends. You can add to your collection. I think it's variety is the spice of life. So it's good to have non Star Trek friends, although Trekkie friends are the best friends, I think, in my experience, anyhow. Jace, you can come watch with us. Let us know whenever you want. Trek on the Tube. She woke up. I'm gone. Ooh, I like that background. It reminds me of V'ger, that little warping sound in the background. I am curious as well, Steve. Stress Free K asks, "What's your theory on the Klingon War and why it had to happen?" I have no theory personally, so I'd love to hear if you have one. We're on to Persistence. I think this is the track that has that jazzy sound to it, maybe that you were talking about. Trek Cat Cat. Let me know. I like this little digital do 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 do. Yay! Hi, Sleepy Trekkie. Everyone go check out the Sleepy Trekkie's channel. There's a lot of like interesting resonance in this track happening. It's very cool. What is that called? Like a calculator synth or something like that? That's what it sounds a little like to me. Steve points out, by the way, now we are on Stranded. I like hearing the arrangements of scores because I think Stranded refers to the very beginning of the season, the first episode when they're on that planet restoring the water, but I can't remember for certain. Steve says just Kirk's attitude and Errand of Mercy suggests something happened, so the war kind of fits into that. Yeah, I'll have to. I mean, there's probably. I feel like the writers of Discovery are very smart and probably took that into account. So it's cool. I just didn't mind. I thought, why not? Let's have a war in this time period. Um, there's enough time for recovery and things like that to get to the feeling or vibe of TOS. There probably should be Star Trek checkboxes on dating and relationship sites. I I'm very open minded about who I will end up with, but I really really hope that Star Trek is something they cherish as much, or you know maybe even more than I do. That would be really wonderful. Jace, I don't know the answer to this question, but it is frustrating. I used to wait a long time to get a hold of Doctor Who, so I can feel your pain on this. But I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I don't really understand any of the reasons that are given about licensing and whatnot. Oh yeah, it's possible. Steve says they would have gone to war again if the Organians hadn't done their thing. Ooh, I like that snarly sound, snarly sound. Stress Freeze K says, I've always felt the animosity with Klingons was super high. Um, so the dam had to break at some point. I think the only thing that fatigued me personally about the whole Klingon storyline in Star Trek Discovery is that I felt it was revisiting something that we've had a lot of information about and a lot of closure about as well from Star Trek 6, kind of closing out one chapter of the Klingon story to Star Trek The Next Generation opening and then, kind of settling that question of what do the Klingons and Federation become in the future. I've always thought it was interesting that the Klingons are always just ready to get mad at the Federation and start wars, even in TNG era slash DS9 era. Ooh, that's a nice. Sounds like a long gong. I don't know if that's a thing. Are there any musicians in the audience that can talk to some of the more technical things that Jeff Russo is doing. By the way, it's solid. We have a solid number of people staying on the stream, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You guys are making this less nerve-wracking than it is to be alone. Ooh, nice start. What did you mean by that? The husband didn't know any Star Trek prior to me, gently asking him to watch it with me. Discovery is somewhat special to us since it is the first series we started watching together. That is really special. Does the husband now appreciate Star Trek and like it? You guys are still watching, I guess, obviously. That is actually that actually sounds really nice to introduce someone to Star Trek too. It just would be sad if like future Starfleet Boy's husband was like, I want nothing to do with Star Trek. I hate it, but I still love that person. Very true, Steve. The longest running on and off again love affairs with the Klingons and the Federation. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, the I can't dance. This is a sweet moment in the show too, when Stamets is dancing with Burnham in the Harry Mudd uh, uh, Carnage episode. This is a really sweet piece. I think I have to add that to like a feel good playlist because it has a nice, still melancholy, but also feel good. It's like the blues. uh, Shishan girl. So since this is an ask you anything, I'm gonna get the party started. Do you speak Spanish? And how do you feel about a Trekkie boyfriend in Mallorca? Buenos, Shishan girl. Yo habla español, pero es muy horrible o muy verde porque no puede practicar aquí. Even though there's tons of people who speak Spanish in Miami, everyone speaks English. But I did learn incidentally in school, and also just just yeah, if you live here, I think in Miami Spanish is definitely the first language, and English might be the second language. But also, I did travel through Europe on El Camino, as I'd mentioned, and I would not mind a Spanish boyfriend. I would not mind a boyfriend from anywhere in the world, but Spanish guys are pretty cool. Uh, and I've never been to Mallorca, so I would love to go. I hope I'm saying Mallorca correctly. I don't remember if it's Mallorca or Mallorca. Um, Anyways, I hope that answered your question, and thank you for breaking the AMA cherry. I like that. I try to be an open book, so again, ask me anything, guys. Thanks, Shishan girl. So who's this? Are you talking about anyone specific in Mallorca? By the way, should I? Is there a Facebook? Just kidding. Now I'm blushing and I've lost track. We're on Captain Mud. I don't know if this suits him. It's so dark. I would expect Mud to be a sillier Q. Thanks. Starfleet Boy will probably end up the same way. Yay! He thoroughly T Games and Star Stuff's husband thoroughly enjoyed Picard as well. We're on season 4, his first time of watching DS9 right now. Up next, Homefront, Paradise Lost, which are probably my favorite episodes of all of Trek. Neat. Ooh, we got to get a follow up on that. Captain Mud. I did like gosh, what's the performer's name? I liked his Captain Mud. I thought it was a correct interpretation of Mud to kind of bring him into the modern era. Yeah, I'm not vibing with this particular track too much, so it's kind of giving me a little anxiety. Steve, how did you enjoy your trip through Europe, Starfleet Boy? Where was the best place you visited? Can you say? Let me think. I loved it. I walked and traveled through Europe for 5 months. I started in Rome, walked most of the way to Siena, took a train to Bologna, walked most of the way to Milan, went to went to Venice and Turin. Then I traveled through Switzerland. I didn't stop anywhere in Germany, but I traveled through Germany. I traveled to the Netherlands, France, and Spain. I think my favorite place. I didn't get to go to the UK, which is a dream of mine. To travel to England, Scotland, and Ireland. Um, but I will do that probably after this pandemic is over straight away. So I hope to meet all of you folks that are out there. Um, but I think my favorite place, because it just stands out, it came into my head again, is a little village that has remained medieval in France in the Haute Loire, called Conques, and it was just a lovely, lovely place. Stella is the track we're on, by the way, guys. I really love that place. I don't know if you've heard of it, Conques, but it's a close, it's a close favorite to like many, many places. I loved Paris. I loved Rome. I loved just about everywhere in Spain. Was awesome. I love the food everywhere I went. I loved Amsterdam. I went to Amsterdam too. I went to Maastricht, which is a cool place. No, Thomas, I didn't stop anywhere in Germany, but like I said, we drove through it. I was close. I was in Nancy and Metz, which are on the border. Oh no, and I was at the Köln. I was at the train station in Köln, so I did pop my feet out in Germany. I forgot about that. Uh, but I will have to come and visit you when I come to Germany, so that'll be awesome. Oh, a nice little crescendo there on Stella. For those of you who are just tuning in, I see we have a couple new folks in the audience. We are listening to the Star Trek Discovery Season 1 soundtrack. Ah, it's such a nice ending there. Bum, 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 bum. Um, you can see on the screen here, we are on the track Stella moving into Facing Off. And you can kind of like try to sync up with us by looking at the timestamp. I hope that answered your question, Steve. Thank you. More incidental music. We can get to some of these questions. Wow, you guys are asking lots of good questions here. Um, do you have a favorite Discovery episode so far? Hmm. Probably a little bit of recency bias here, um, Robbie, but it would have to be the Far From Home. But I kind of consider Far From Home and um, That Hope Is You Part One to be hand in hand. So maybe those two episodes together are my favorite so far. But let me think if I weren't being so biased from the hype. Um, what stands out from season two is probably the Talos episode. Um, and then I think I just really enjoyed the finale. It was so exciting. Season two's finale was so epic. So I would have to say that episode is probably one of my favorites as well. Yeah, he did cross the line a little too much. Trek Cat says Mud was a bit too dark, I thought. Ooh, I don't. I'll have to translate that. Computer translate T games and star stuffs. Comment here. Rain Wilson, thank you so much, Robbie. The Visitor is a beautiful episode. We'll have to do one of these live streams where we listen to. I'm really enjoying. I love that you guys are listening to this with me. This is like one of my favorite things to do, and I didn't know how this was gonna go, but it's going really well. Thank you. Um, the Visitor is an awesome episode. We should do a live stream about that episode. It's really cool. Thanks for being a matchmaker here. Yes, he's a great friend and would love you. He doesn't speak English enough English to follow your streams, but I'm working on him. I need to set up my matchmaker game. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Shishan girl, don't trouble him too much. When you force these things, they don't always work. But I'm always open to meeting someone for hanging out and becoming friends. So we could start there. Oh, that's very sweet. Thanks for sharing that, Steve. Avery Brooks, the way he looks at Jake Sisko, uh, Avery Brooks, the way he looks at Sirach Lofton, but the characters in universe as well, just how Cisco looks at Jake is so touching, and the performances like without words, like this is one of the great things about Star Trek is there's a lot of just like eye acting and facial expression acting, and they're also really great at it. Star Trek has a history of really amazing performances. I wish it got more attention from the award ceremonies, the various award ceremonies. Woohoo! I got the pronunciation of Mallorca correct. What's your favorite part of Paris? I got to stay. I got to like go to the Louvre every day for a week, so that was really fun for me. Ooh, facing off. I can't believe this track is still going. Just kidding. Those are really good episodes, Earl Grey Trekkie. Bump. Oh, there should have been a bump. New Eden, If Memory Serves, and Far From Home are the best Discovery episodes. I got to go revisit those. Thanks for the reminder. Undetermined. Um, Rainn Wilson was a terror and super funny. I would have thought the Television episode would have been everyone's favorite, but may not be. Thanks for the tips. I will definitely be going to Berlin, London, and Dublin. All of those places are on my short list. It had I lived already where I live now, we could have exchanged Vulcan salutes at the Cologne Central Station. Ah, well, I am a time traveler, or maybe you are. We can figure it out. Nosiness, welcome. Open book, trying to be an open book. AMA, ask me anything, guys. No, don't be shy. Try to keep it PG-13 though. This is a daytime stream. Yeah, I totally noticed that. I didn't notice it during the episode, but it was pointed out, and that was a cool thing. I wonder how it's gonna all connect. Ooh, this is nice. This little horn section. I like how everything just kind of like goes at the end of a lot of these tracks. There's a lot of uh, nice transitions there. We are now on Watch the Stars Fall. Ooh. I think this is coming up to the end of the score. Let me just see here. Mm, did I accidentally click on history? Playing next. Oh, have I gone out of sync, guys? Sorry. No. Is everyone on Watch the Stars Fall? What's next? Why doesn't my window tell me? This always happens on a live stream. Oh, okay. Weekend Shields is next. All right. Good to know. And then what is happening? I like these little piano bits here. Ooh, lots of chats to catch up. I must have frozen. I'm sorry if I did, guys. Hmm. I'm really excited to go back to Terra Elysium as well and see what's going on. Yeah, Hema was in the first episode. Terra Elysium we haven't seen yet. I think the second episode, it was just called the Colony. We don't know what the planet was. Some folks were wondering if it is Hema. In a year later there was an accident or something, but I don't think that's what's happening. I think episode 3 is called "People of Earth." Earl Grey Trekkie. Steve wants to know which Star Trek series did I grow up on. It would be the original series from about the time I was maybe 4.5 or 5 years old. We watched it as a family. My dad was a huge Star Trek fan from when it would air. And what was interesting is when he first watched it when it was airing, they only had black and white television, so he didn't know that the show was in color. And so we moved to the United States when I from Pakistan when I turned 2. And so then, we settled in, got a TV. Dad puts on the TV. There's Star Trek in color. And he was like, what? So I grew up watching the original series films. And then TNG is my favorite, though, just for sentimental reasons. Not necessarily objectively the best, but it is the best for me. I just love it so much. DS9, I would say, is still the best Star Trek, objectively speaking. Ooh, this is very exciting. Weekend Shields. Da, da, da. Ba, ba. Da. Oh, you'd think the track's over, but it's only halfway in. Very cool. What was your first Star Trek, Steve? Which Star Treks did you all grow up watching? If you grew up watching it, or what was your first? I'm curious. I'm glad you saw TNG first, Earl Grey Trekkie. I think it's a great first Star Trek to come into. Certainly not biased about that just because it's my favorite. Oh, I feel like I've heard this track, this little part, this little cue's been used a bunch. Oh, I like that guttural chanting or whatever it is. Those must be the Klingons. Thanks so much for bringing me back on track. I think we're all at the same place still. I didn't pause the music, so even if the stream cut out, the music kept going, so that's good. Um, Robbie says, I used to dislike DS9, which soon became my favorite. I better understood and related to DS9 as I was older. Yeah, that kind of happens with DS9. It's like uh, a nice, aged cheese or something. It gets better, maybe stinkier too. No, I'm just kidding. That could be Stress Free K, a Terra Elysium reference. Who knows? We'll find out this Thursday. How exciting is that? Only 5 days to go. What's happening? Very short track. Wow. I do like it though. I remember a lot of my friends didn't like that. I didn't mind that, but I didn't like the Enterprise. I remember not liking the new Enterprise. I was kind of appalled by the design, but now I love the D and of course TNG. Yay! Ooh, I like that beating heart rhythm. TNG as a child, Voyager in my later youth. Never got DS9 back then. Ooh, this is a nice track. I like these. That little atmospheric sound going on. I think Jefferson Russo does a great job of mixing synth with orchestral sounds. Jerry Goldsmith also did that too. I wonder who Jeff Russo's favorite film composers are. I mean, I definitely hear a lot of influences, which is natural, um, from Jerry Goldsmith, but he might be doing that on purpose just for Star Trek. He also does the Umbrella Academy soundtrack, and it's so good. I don't know if you guys are watching that or if you've heard that. T games and Star stuff. I honestly think DS9 is the only Star Trek that has aged well and is more relevant than ever. I really need to deep dive back into DS9. I was doing a drunk podcast for a while called Drunk Space Nine, which I've passed on to some fine, beautiful gentlemen who also do a podcast called Asking Lindas that you might want to check out. And so they've inherited Drunk Space Nine, but it's, when you drink and you watch a show, you're not paying full attention. So I need to go back into it and watch with some tea or water, and keep a clear mind when I'm watching it. But I agree, DS9 is a very impactful series. I think it's like has one of the most epic stories ever told in Star Trek. The D is so ugly. I've grown to love her, and I miss her actually. I miss the D. I thought she was actually quite an extraordinary ship towards the end of TNG, and I think they did a good job of capturing her best angles too. It's a fly. It's a flying frog. Oh my gosh. I'm never gonna look at it the same way again. It's not a flying frog, Ian. That's a little much. A flying frog. At least you didn't say it's a flying nun. The charge of mutiny. I didn't like how I did like that Discovery paid attention to the you need three commanding officers to execute the charge of mutiny, but I didn't like that they were in the shadows and how the Federation seemed like, kind of shady in that scene. I thought it should have been a more well lit scene. But the music's nice. It's very broody. We're coming up to the end, the main title, the extended version. Oh my gosh, guys, we made it. Thank you for doing this with me. Let's take a minute and listen to that. Did anyone think Bryce looked different? No, I have to go back and look. He seemed the same to me. I wonder what's extended about this version. Oh, it's the end credits version, maybe. Great question from Robbie. Which is the most beautiful Star Trek ship, in your opinion? Inside or outside? It's up to you. It's this one for me, Robbie. The Constitution class refit. In this case, it's a model of the Enterprise A. I just love this ship. It's like seared into my memory and heart. Da 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 da. This is such good music. I love this. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Ba, da. Ba, da, da, da. This was so much fun. Let's hear. Ooh, that's cool. That dun 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 dun. It's very exciting in this extended version. Da, 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 da. At least the Oberth is appreciated. I like the Oberth too. Na, 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 na. All right, we did it. That was the end of that. We'll go through these last few questions here, and then we'll end our live stream. Thanks everyone for joining us. Um, oh, it just started over. Here, let me turn it off. Whoa. All right. All right. Wow, it feels so weird to not hear the music anymore. Now it's a different vibe altogether. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought of this stream. If you're watching in the after audience, please comment below and let us know what you think. If you were able to enjoy the music and if all that talking was annoying, which I'm sure it was for a lot of people, but I didn't know what to do. You got to do like a commentary, like so hopefully that was fun. I think the live audience did have fun. So I hope you'll join me for another one of these. I think we'll do season 2 next, which is a much longer score. I think it's an hour and like an hour and a half or something like that. So strap in for that one. When we do the Picard soundtrack, it's like a 2-hour soundtrack. So I don't know. We might have to take an intermission on that one. Just wrapping up here. Let's see what's going on. A lot of love for the Oberth class. Refit refit Enterprise all day long. Got to be the refit Enterprise. Wow. It's like if Matt Jeffries and Andrew Probert had babies. True, very true. Let's see here. Uh, Earl Grey Trekkie. I'm going to be controversial and say NX-01, but I like the E2 Space Hotel. The D is the Space Hotel, but yeah, it's true. Um, let's see here. I think the disco ship is most beautiful to me, especially um, when the top starts spinning. It's very interesting. It's like you got to give credit for a brand new kind of thing. I never thought I'd see a spinny top thing, but I liked it, especially in that episode where they get trapped halfway in the mycelial network. I thought the whole effect worked really well during that part as well. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the listening party. It was really fun to have you here. It's been a good casual and informal Starfleet Boy fun. That's what we always try to do. Uh, Thanks so much, Steve, for coming. I'm glad you had fun too. Uh, you're never annoying. Stop it, Starfleet Boy. All right, thank you. Stop it, Starfleet Boy. Stop, Bob. That's actually Bob. That's Bob from Trek on the Tube. Whenever I act like that. Let's see here. This has been so lovely, and I didn't even listen to music. Oh wow, now you can go back and listen to the music and not hear us talking. But I'm glad you came for the chat. This has been lovely. I think I'll do an AMA for each one of these because you never know. It's just nice to have that, and maybe I'll start asking you guys some personal questions too. Who knows? Or anything questions, rather, I should say. We do have a very friendly audience, and that's all in part to you. So thank you very much. Sleepy Trekkie chimed in with Enterprise E. And yep, thanks for reminding me. Before we sign off, see you in 2 hours. Head over to A Question of Trek to watch me get defeated once more by Trek Cat Cat as we go against each other in a quiz show format. And today is supposed to be a very very exciting episode. I'm very excited about it. So I hope you guys will tune in and listen to that. All right.